Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Golden Goal Show. Welcome to Season 5, Episode 4. Welcome after a lovely weekend and week of football. I mean, so far this week we haven't had anything internal depression, but it's okay. We had football to deal with that past weekend, and yes, it was great for all the leagues. Welcome watching on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music. Let me first introduce you to a guest and co-host of the show. First is a fan of Manchester United and mental health. Emiliano, how are you, mate?
It's good to be back. Just like Droops, I'm back again, and it's good to be back.
Oh my God, Rasta. All right, that's enough. So yes, introducing another guest on the show. He's a fan of Chelsea and Borussia Dortmund. Lovely to have him back as always, Mr. Solomon. How are you, mate?
Good as it can be, but I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just enjoying life.
Good.
Enjoying the
Lovely.
game.
Enjoyed the game, enjoy the life. We love that. We love that. Amelia, I'm surprised with your response, being a United fan, but you know what? It's fine. We live for the moment. That's a good FIFA song.
Yes, it is.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. I love that.
Portugal.
Oh, Portugal, yes, the man. Also introducing another guest on the show who is a fan of Liverpool and the Green Bay Packers, and currently the fantasy champion in the fantasy Final Fantasy of Furry. I mean, what? I mean of our Premier League EPL. Yes, I'm gonna stop talking. How are you, mate, Mr. Chile?
Doing good. Just can't keep getting wins over and over. I'm back. Liverpool's back. All's right in the world.
Okay, as the world is perfect, as a Liverpool fan says. Love that. Okay, introducing another guest on the show who is actually a fan of Bayern Munich and a fan of no Premier League clubs because he's a little twat. Yes, Mr. Wilhelm, or we can say typical German guy. How are you, mate?
I'm doing well. How about you, host?
I am hosty. I am very great.
Your host
uh,
Malone? Got it.
I am
Got it.
host Malone. Damn, okay. With the jokes, we love that. That's actually a great one. I love that. All right. Lovely. And also introducing a final guest on the show. And why did this button go away? Jesus. Okay, introducing another guest on the show. He's actually currently a transfer agent. It's always lovely to have a transfer agent actually on the show. It just proves that the Golden Go Show is going places. He's currently an agent in Lisbon for Sporting Lisbon, currently scouting the youngsters of Lisbon. So, Agent Dimitri, to grace your presence with the show, how are you doing? Are you all ears on the show? What have you heard with the final deadline day? Give us some transfers, please.
Hello. I'm in the middle of transferring some deals here and there, but actually doing some writing on on the side now. I'm about to publish a couple books.
Nice. What type of books?
Yeah.
Football transfers. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, about my
No?
story is how I became the transfer agent.
Okay. Yep.
My way, yeah, that's what I called it. And then how to get on your feet is another one. It's like a self-promotional, the spirit building one. And another one is I'm all ears. It's how to listen to people and understand them better.
Okay. Nice. I'm very happy for you. So yeah, everybody shout out to that book and hopefully we can get one day inspiration like that. All right. Well, let us first go into the first segment of the show, which is indeed the breaking news. And the first breaking news is indeed about Mr. Xavi Alonso, who is currently a man. If you didn't know, he's a man. But yes, Xabi Alonso's incredible unbeaten run with Bayern Leverkusen brought to an end, but rival boss left embarrassed after a red card. So, if you didn't already know, the German champions faced RB Leipzig in a crunch clash, but fell to a 3-2 defeat to end a staggering run to RB Leipzig, despite going 2-0 up before halftime, thanks to goals from Jeremy Frimpong and Alejandro Grimaldo. Alonso's side captured in the second half and conceded 3 goals without reply to fall to the defeat. It brings the end to a staggering 462-day unbeaten run in the Bundesliga. The last time Bayern Leverkusen faced defeat in the league was in May 2023, where they lost 3-0 to Bochum out of all teams. Well, on the final day of the 2022-2023 season. So yeah, interesting. But I mean, I'm sure they'll continue to, do well. I mean, you never know. They might lose every game from now on. It is what it is. So interesting. But yes, I guess I can ask first, Emilio, what's your 1 or 2 words about this Bayern Leverkusen side that just lost? Very sad.
There's more games to come.
More games to come. We love that. Okay, next one, Solomon. Mate, you got 1 or 2 words for Mr. Xavi Alonso and Bayern never losing, but they lost, so can't say that.
Yeah, good run, to be honest. Good for him.
Nice, running like Usain Bolt. We love that. And then of course, Zanda, Mr. Chile. 1 or 2 words about former Liverpool player Xavi Alonso and his Bayern Leverkusen side losing.
I'm just saying that his win streak could still be going if he came to Liverpool.
I expected 100% of that. Lovely, thanks, mate. Okay, and then of course, Wilhelm, former Bayern player Xavi Alonso. What do you think about him? And I know you support Bayern Munich, so thoughts about this team?
I mean, I have to say I'm kind of shocked because of how football is these days and how random it is that it did last as long as it did. But I mean, they still have plenty of class players in that squad, and Alonso's clearly a very good tactician. So it should be interesting to see how they progress for the rest of the season.
Yep, very well said. And of course, last but not least, Dimitri, I only just want to hear 1 word about this Bayern Leverkusen side from you because, it's in all ears. I'm all ears for this.
Fingers.
Okay. Great fingers. I see he has have his fingers up, so tacticians do that. All right, on to the next news. Next news is indeed... Oh, if everybody sees the screen right now, they are probably crazy. Austin Villa star Amadou Onana poses with his vest top with a message that made him go viral. And yes, the midfielder shared pictures of him on Instagram wearing a vest with a viral quote on the front. And the quote said, "Andre's not even my name, mate." And of course, Onana's vest is reference to the famous interview and a huddle of journalists that took place over the summer. The 23-year-old was interviewed after a 1-0 defeat to Slovakia, and after being interviewed, one of the journalists called him Amadou, actually called him Andre, a name that doesn't belong to him because Andre Onana, former player that played for Everton, competed with him. So yeah, it was kind of funny, and I really liked the vest, so class from him for getting the vest. All right, Mr. Emilio, 1 or 2 words for Mr. Andre's not even my name, mate.
Funny.
Very funny. We love that. Solomon, 1 or 2 words for this interesting news about Mr. Andre, not even my name, mate. Very funny. Very, very, very tricky.
Yeah, it's cool for him to turn it into a merch. You know what I mean? You gotta capitalize whatever it is.
I'd buy it.
I'll buy it.
Yeah, same. Okay, Mr. Xander, 1 or 2 words about Mr. Andre's not even my name, mate.
I just think that's a great shirt for you because we all know the name you used to go by that you don't go by anymore. So it's pretty accurate.
Don't.
I won't say it.
We don't talk about ice cream. Okay, lovely. Mr. Wilhelm, 1 or 2 words about Mr. Andre's not even my name, mate.
Truthfully speaking, I think the most impressive thing about that interview is how seamlessly he transitioned from speaking fluent, Belgian French to having almost like a Cockney accent and speaking English. I was impressed.
Well, it just says 1 or 2. Yeah, go ahead.
Not many people can do that. So,
I mean, if football doesn't work out and he somehow gets lost in the wilderness and to a different planet, he can always be a linguistic coach. So, hey, really wait, sweet. Love that. Okay, and then of course, last but not least, Agent Dimitri, 1 or 2 words, or just 1 word actually from you because you're inspirational about him.
Great fruit.
Okay, great fruit. Great meme. All right, next meme is indeed about Osimhen. Yeah. So yes, if you didn't already know, crazy Ilkay Gundogan reacts to Victor Osimhen's surprise switch as thousands of fans wait for him to rise. So yeah, I mean, everybody reacted to this a different way. So Osimhen is on the brink of joining Galatasaray, already joined, on a season-long loan for deal from Napoli. Osimhen had heavily been linked to move from Saudi Arabia and Chelsea throughout the summer, but transfer never materialized. Saudi Pro League side Al Hilal Ali, yeah, had agreed with Napoli for an initial loan of and a 67 million obligation to buy, yet Osimhen turned down the opportunity. Chelsea also pushed hard to sign Osimhen on deadline day, but failed to reach an agreement with over his wages. So Osimhen's future at Napoli was plunged further uncertainty when the club stripped him of the number 9 shirt and handed it to a new arrival, Romelu Lukaku, who joined for a 30 million deal from Chelsea earlier in the window. Thank the Lord. Just kidding, great player. Napoli also elected to remove Osimhen from the first team squad in a list of another drastic move to push the 25-year-old to the exit door. However, Osimhen has been given the vital exit route out of Naples by Turkish giants Galatasaray. The Turkish transfer window remains open until September 13th. Oh wow, that late. Allowing Galatasaray to swoop in and sign the Nigerian marksman for the 2024-25 season. And yep, it was, yeah, a lot of people reacted to this by a very interesting ways, and especially Gundogan wrote on his I guess on the news transfer. Wow, crazy. So a bunch of other people had their own thoughts and shares about this, but interesting. I mean, good for him. He gets to play football. At least he's not frozen out of the squad, so it is what it is. He gets to eat good Turkish food and get a nice hair transplant. All right, Emilio, 1 or 2 words about Mr. Osimhen.
Good luck.
Love that. Very enthusiastic from you. He looks happy about it. Mr. Xander, you got 1 or 2 words for Mr. Osimhen? Osimhen? Would he be better at Liverpool? Or would he be better?
Oh, sorry, I was on mute.
Chelsea.
really messed that one up.
Yep, love that. They do that to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, William, typical German guy. You got 1 or 2 words about Mr. Osimhen, about his whole transfer.
I kind of feel bad for him. You know, he's a pretty talented player, and it's unfortunate he wasn't able to make a big move, and now Napoli's really making him pay for it. So hopefully things work out better for him, because it'd be cool to see him in one of the big 6 leagues, or at least like Premier League or something. So
yeah, can only hope so. All right. Last but not least, Agent Dimitri, you got 1 or 2 words about this man who looks like a pretty boy.
That little twat.
Oh, British. I love that. Good job. All right, on to the next news, which is indeed about Paul Scholes. If you remember this red-headed twat. Just kidding. No, he's not a twat. He's a great man. Paul Scholes named Manchester United's worst ever signing who couldn't kick a football. Oh, no. I didn't even read into this that much, but it just looked nice. The Red Devils legend saw plenty of world-class players come through the doors at Old Trafford during his 20-year career at the club, but not without a few underwhelming new arrivals. Appearing on the Overlaps fan debut, a supporter argued the 85 million recruit Anthony should go down as United's worst signing of all time, having scored just 11 goals and delivered 5 assists since arriving in Manchester in 2022. Not too bad, honestly, despite Sol's initial suggested Argentine midfielder Juan Sebastian Veron, don't know who he is, who played alongside between 2001 and 2003. You know what? I'm going to have to go a bit further back than that. Veron was a great player, talented player, but don't really know why it just didn't work out for him. But was a what a footballer, basically calling him shite. So he was saying, I was thinking Fabian Berthez was a great goalkeeper. He's always saying he's great, but they're actually shite. So I go back to goalkeepers when we had to replace Peter Schmeichel, which was always going to be difficult. Fabian Berthez was a great goalkeeper. I was thinking more like Mr. Amo Tabi, Mark Bosniak. I thought he was a great keeper at Villa, Mark. And continued, he came to us and was unprofessional, honestly, and it was ridiculous. In shooting practices, you normally have 15-20 minutes. After 3 shots, he was knackered. Oh, yikes. And never realized he couldn't kick. Honestly, I never realized he couldn't kick a football in his life. Honestly, he'd never seen anything like it. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, so, very nice. Okay, Emilio, about your club legend, Mr. Paul Scholes. What do you think about his, who do you think it was worse, Anthony or this goalkeeper he's referring to?
I think I'm thinking it was Anthony. If I'm reading it wrong.
No, okay, that's tough. Okay, Mr. Solomon, you got 1 or 2 words about Mr. Paul Scholes and saying that Anthony's not the worst one, because that's tough. That's very tough. I don't know how.
I don't know, man. This guy talks a lot of nonsense to me. I
He-
don't remember. Like he was good, but he's not like he's not that qualified to talk about like analysis and other players. And some of them be taking it too far. Like stop. Like there are human beings. Like
He's like the
I don't
same
know the
as
worst.
Mikel for
Yeah.
Chelsea, as Mikel Essien. He talks so much shit about Chelsea all
Yeah,
the time.
like some of the pundits, like they take it too far. Like, I mean, like, what do you have to gain from just spreading misinformation? Like, I don't think I don't. I mean, Scholes was good, but he's not like the best.
Zidane.
Like, he's not. Yeah, he's not Zidane. Like, it's stop. Like, just
True. Okay, thank you. Zena, wanted to was Mr. Postcoles and talking about Anthony, who should have went to Liverpool.
No, I'm pretty happy with how things turned out. So we're chilling right now.
You're telling me Luis Diaz is better than Anthony? Come on, you don't know what aura Anthony has.
You don't know what aura Luis Diaz has.
You don't know because Anthony did 5 celebrations and 1 goal. What did Luis Diaz did? 1 celebration? Get out of here.
He did a celebration after each goal he just had because he had more than one in his last game.
Hey, good boy. All right, lovely. Okay, moving on to the next guest, who is Wilhelm. What do you think about Mr. Postcoles talking absolute lovely stuff about Manchester United, Anthony?
I think he's a B grade Lampard that needs to start respecting players.
Oh. Millie, you got anything you want to say about that?
I'm just taking an L while it's lasting, boys. Like I don't know what to say about this.
I'm just wondering if you think Lampard and Scholes were on the same level, or
No, Scholes was not on the same level as Lampard.
I would definitely know some other United fans that would fight against that, but hey, it's okay.
You know why though, right?
Why? Because he's ginger
Because
and they have no souls.
Because United fans are delusional and live in the past.
Fantastic. Emilio, don't cry.
Why are we talking about Arsenal?
Hey, Peter's not here to defend himself. We can't do that. Okay.
Good.
Last but not least, Mr. Asian Dimitri.
Say Arsenal's not here to defend either.
Oh my god, damn.
Oof. Oof.
Okay, that was a good one, Xander. I've always counted on you. That's why you're the fantasy king.
That's right.
All right. Okay. Agent Dimitri, 1 or 2 words about Mr. Pauly Scolzi, who is ginger, and yeah.
I think that's very inappropriate of you to call someone ginger without like
Their consent.
their consent and stuff.
Thank you.
You have the ginger pass from anyone?
Oh. Honestly.
Huh?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Then
There's-
my comment is,
Okay, great. Thank you for the insight. All right, moving on to the final news of the breaking news segment. So yes, it's Mr. Gru from Incredible Me. So FIFA reveals summer transfer window broke all-time football record with 5-figure sum, almost £5 billion spent. Wow. Sorry, that was dramatic. Football's governing body released an international snapshot of Tuesday covering of June 1st to September 2nd, revealing club spending to reach a whopping £4.93 billion. Wow. The amount is only bettered by the £5.6 billion spent in 2023 for 10,490 players switched between clubs. Unsurprisingly, English clubs came out on top and they came to bringing new faces. 1.29 billion pounds received by the clubs and the in-demand stars. That equates to 526 players arriving and 523 leaving the club. Wow. And it's funny, the Premier League once again is able to flex a financial muscle, which saw some smaller clubs such as Brighton, Bournemouth, and New Boys Ipswich Town invest over £75 million in their playing squads. Among Brighton's squad additions, Jorginho Rutter, 40 million. A bunch of other ones. But that's interesting that the smaller clubs like Bournemouth, Brighton, Ipswich Town actually spent the most, more than Manchester City spent in some other big clubs as well too. So, yeah, interesting. All right, Emilio, you got 1 or 2 words about this transfer market?
I'm wondering who's the people that's worth about 5 mil.
Who's worth 5 million?
Well, who are the people that range around it, or who is the player that's worth that much? Because God,
From what team, or just in general?
just in general.
Anyone that's worth 5 million is not a lot these days, as we know. If you think
nowadays.
If you think about Mbappe, isn't that bit expensive? Yeah. Okay. Mr. Selman, you got 1 or 2 words about Mr. FIFA looking very interesting, and about the transfer window, because it was a big one.
Yeah. Mostly, it's just Chelsea doing transfers for
Yep.
the Premier League. 40 players, loans. It's just Chelsea. Chelsea market. I think they should just for the Premier League. I don't think a lot of. I'm being serious now. Like, not a lot of. I mean, smaller team that got promoted do buy like smaller players, like not expensive, but the bulk of the transfer was Chelsea. Like, they were spending, they were like loaning players left and right, and they were buying. I think we had like 4 or 5 new signees, and then we loaned out 4 or 5 for like different teams. We're just the supply hub of like the Premier League, to be honest. But yeah, and it's getting expensive every day.
It's going up. It's only going up. Okay, Mr. Zander, 1 or 2 words about the transfer market and it being very expensive, more expensive than a Happy Meal now.
Money doesn't buy happiness.
Oh, that is deep, and I feel that in my heart. Lovely. Wilhelm, typical German guy. You got 1 or 2 words about this transfer market coming from a Bundesliga supporter.
I mean, I'm not really that surprised. You don't really see a lot of the other leagues having FFP problems. It's mostly in the Premier League, so I think that says everything you need to know. Okay, I said most of them, not all of them.
Yeah,
Barcelona is a special exception, but we could go on for hours about that.
Oh yes, we have. We have before. Lovely. Okay. And of course, last but not least, Agent Dimitri, 1 or 2 words about Mr. Drew from Incredible Me making money moves in the transfer market.
He's not as good as me, but he has some things to learn. But I guess he's learning ins and outs of industry.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. About the most educational thing we've heard from you in this entire show. Lovely. Okay. Moving on to the next segment of the show, which is indeed transfer talks, and this should be probably pretty short. And I guess one of the transfers I guess we can talk about first is indeed about, as obvious as it is, Osimhen, did move to Galatasaray. It's worth 100 million right now, which is bloody crazy. I don't really have any other ones really to discuss. I mean, if any of you lot have anything you want to talk about your teams, about signing, because I don't really have anybody. We kind of talked about most of the ones last episode, so.
I mean, Marco Reus and Giroud came to the MLS.
Yeah.
And then there were transfer rumors about LAFC trying to grab Antoine Griezmann into the club.
Yeah, no, he stayed, but maybe
Did
next
he?
time.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then other than that, that's about it for me.
Lovely. Yeah, I mean, Stallman, you got anything with Chelsea? Or
The most surprising was like Sterling to
Arsenal?
Arsenal.
Yeah, that took me by
to-
surprise too.
Yeah.
Didn't he
Chiesa to Liverpool. Yeah.
didn't he like reject like a 65,000 or 6,500,000 like a deal with Saudi?
I don't know.
Oh.
I feel like everybody gets a Saudi thing this year.
I feel like he's a good player. I mean, he can still produce like in the Premier League. I mean, and then he's been making like a lots of money for a long time for top clubs like City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and he's not it's not gonna make a much of a difference. Plus, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, who wants to play in front of like 7,000 people in the middle of? I don't know. I just feel like if you're in a top level, if you can still score goals and so on and so forth, I don't see the point unless you're like in your closing 30s and then you're not getting like the transfer move that you're looking for and then the salary that you're looking for.
Oh,
Like Ivan Toney makes
I was about to say
sense.
Ivan Toney moved to Al Ali for
Yeah,
50
it makes
mil.
sense. $40,000 and you go to $400,000 a month. That's a lot. But if you are like making like Sterling is, he's making like 350. He's the top earner of the club. I don't see. I don't know. He's a rich guy. He doesn't need that extra money. Plus, he doesn't need the lifestyle. Plus, he's like, isn't he like from London and stuff? He's born and raised there. I don't know.
Jamaica.
I just don't see him. Yeah, I don't see him moving. But yeah, that was surprising. And then Chiesa to I'm saying it
Liverpool.
wrong, but to Liverpool
Chiesa.
was
Yeah,
kind of
Xander.
surprising.
Anything you want to say about that? I don't know.
Yeah, he's our missing piece. Not that we needed anyone because we're doing so good, but
Oh,
gotta love it.
okay. Okay.
Ah, but you know what's so weird about that transfer though? In 2000, was it in 2022 or 21? He was estimated to be 84 million
Yep.
signing,
Value shopping.
and Juventus said no to that, and they said that we value this player at a higher price range than what we are currently offering, and they turned down every offer. And now it's like 2-3 years later, they're selling him for 12.5 to Liverpool.
That
I
is.
mean, he's a
I mean,
top player and stuff,
he
but
made he's top, but he is pretty injury prone nowadays. He's 26 years
He's
old.
still only 26. Yeah.
yeah, he's 26. But at the same time, it's a different. Plus, I don't know about you, but I don't see him fitting into Liverpool. I just don't know.
Because they got Luis
They
Diaz, they
play-
got
Yeah.
what Salah.
But it's not also the type of profile. Like, if you look at Liverpool's forward, they're very pacey. They're very like quick. They're like, he just doesn't have that profile. Like, I don't know. Maybe if he's gonna play, but I just don't see it. Like, Jota is very quick. Salah is very quick. Like, Diaz is lightning, and
Yeah.
I just don't see him. I don't know where but they might just use him as a 70 minutes or 80 minutes. I don't see him starting in front of Mo Salah for sure,
No.
and
No.
Diaz for certain. And then
No.
it's like but he can come in and he can make like Jota when he first signed for Liverpool. He didn't immediately start hitting the road, but I can see him growing into the role, which is
Yep.
very good for them. I think the Liverpool's transfer market is very sensible. They try to look into profiles of players that can grow into a lot of, and even right now, like if you look at last season, I'm so sorry, but if you look at last season, what's that kid named from Liverpool, Grafenberg or something like that?
Gravenberch,
He
yeah.
wasn't
Grafenberg,
that main
yeah.
player, but right now he's running the like such a good player. Like he was bossing the midfield like nobody else, and they tend to grow into the role, and they
I mean,
tend to give them
if-
opportunities as well.
Salman, when you're Gravenberch, a youngster, going up against like a man that plays like he's 40 years old, which is sadly Emilio, Mr. Casemiro, it's kind of easy
But
to make it.
Not
look
just
good.
that though. He's been good. He's been really good with like even their first game, the second game was he was just bossing that midfield. I think he is very good. I think he's and in a couple of years, even this year, he's gonna establish himself like to be one of the main starters.
Yeah, can only hope
But the
so.
point is like they give themselves like Liverpool have sensible transfer market. I wish we can do that. Like they have a very sensible transfer market and they know what type of players like they profile the players very good and they can see them growing into that role. Like unlike Chelsea, they just try and fail and sell, try and fail and sell. Like there's no sensible. Like it's
Don't
just
you mean
weird.
try, fail, and loan?
Yeah, loan and give them like enormous amount of like 8 years of
9.
worth contract, 11, 12. Like seriously, this is
Oh.
unbelievable. But
I guess another transfer I can talk about, right? That we're talking about Man United as well too. Manuel Ugarte went from PSG to Man United for 45 million. So could be good. The Uruguayan. So.
Oh yeah, McTominay to
Oh,
was it
and Billy
Napoli?
Gilmore to Napoli. They have a Scottish midfield over there. That's so funny. Okay.
That is weird. Yeah, homegrown players are getting sold left and right, and then Gallagher for sure is going
Oh.
to Atleti.
Oh, he's there.
Weird.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Abraham to AC
Roma.
Milan.
Oh yeah, you're AC Milan. Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
AC Milan, and then also who else was it? There's 3 Chelsea players in there. That we sold.
Lukaku went to Napoli, but that's already old news.
Yeah, Lukaku. Yeah, thank God. Jesus. I don't know how they got half of the price to be recouped. I don't remember. Like, I just don't know how somebody pays $95 million for Lukaku out of all
Hey.
people.
Hey, okay. I don't want to talk about it anymore. All right.
That
Well,
is weird. It's weird. Anyway.
all right. Let's move on to the next one. We are done with transfer talks, and we're gonna do on to the Premier League, then the Bundesliga. So, first one is indeed to talk about the. Sorry, need to change the music. We're gonna go talk about the Premier League, and it was this season match day 3. So yes, let's go on the table. First place is Manchester City. Surprise, surprise. Second place is Liverpool. Third place is Brighton Hove Albion. Fourth place is Arsenal. Fifth place is Newcastle. Down the table, in 18th place is Wolves. 19th place is Southampton. And 20th place is Everton. Stinking, not swimming. Match day 3, let's get into it. First match was Arsenal and Brighton. A great game for Brighton as well, with the 31-year-old coach who is new to the Premier League from Bundesliga. And yes, Arsenal did have the glimpses of winning, but Brighton is a team. They are a team to watch out for in this Prem this year. So a red card for Declan Rice being really controversial. I mean, you can take it how it is, but according to the rules, that is how it happens. And yeah. But yes, 1-1. Next match is Nottingham Forest and Wolves, 1-1. Great game there as well too. Beautiful goal for the Wolves. Next match is Leicester City and Aston Villa, 2-1 for Aston Villa, beating Leicester City at the home. And yes, Andre's not even my name, mate. Amadou Onana scoring for Aston Villa. Next match is Ipswich Town and Fulham. Great point for Ipswich Town, 1-1 at their home. So yeah, great point for them. Next match, Brentford and Southampton. And yes, 3-1 for Brentford. And Mbomo doing great things for Brentford, like Ivan Toney never left. And Southampton's still shaky. Very, very poor form, sadly. Next match, oh my god. This is honestly, everybody hear me out. I was watching this match. It was Everton Bournemouth. You would just not even bat an eye on wanting to watch this match, but it was a beauty of a match. One of the greatest matches I think I've ever watched in Premier League history. I'm not even joking. So Everton was winning 2-0 until I think the 86th minute, and then it was stoppage time in 9 minutes. Bournemouth scored 3 goals. The last one in the last minute of the extra time. It was insane. Bournemouth just, oh my god, what a match. But if you want to go watch the highlights, I recommend. It's 20 minutes of highlights, but it's still worth it. But yeah, Bournemouth, great job for them. Next match is indeed West Ham United and Man City. West Ham had the goal first, but Erling Haaland, he is inevitable. He is Thanos. He is the disciple of the Premier League. So yes, is he gonna do wonders with the goal, get the golden boots? You never know. Got Harry Kane. But yes, moving on. Chelsea and Crystal Palace. Yeah, Chelsea, after coming up to lost in the Europa whatever the league that they're in right now, that it's Wi-Fi passwords for team names. Chelsea and Crystal Palace 1-1. Yeah, they could have scored. They didn't score as well, but then Crystal Palace came in and scored. And yes, Wagwan General, Eze did a beauty of a goal to tie it up. And yes, going up to England team as well too. He deserves that. Next match, Newcastle and Tottenham, 2-1 for Newcastle, and great win for them, especially in home. And yeah, can't say much besides Newcastle. Great job. Man United, Liverpool. Oh, likes Manchester United at their home too. 0-3 for Liverpool, and yes, kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. A lot of things came out from Eric Ten Hag trying to, defend his team, but it's kind of hard to defend that. And also, interesting facts, Emilio. I know you're gonna hate this, Zenda. I know you're gonna like this. The top score, the 5th top score at the Old Trafford for Manchester United since 2021 is Mohamed Salah.
Man, great player on a great team, and I'm not talking about Liverpool. I'm talking about my fantasy team.
That's great. But Emilio, did you happen to hear what I said? The top goal scorer at Old Trafford, scoring goals at Old Trafford, and since 2021, the fifth one
That's pretty
is
insane.
Mohamed Salah.
No, I heard you.
You're
I just
joking.
decided not to say anything.
I heard that stat and I'm like, no bloody way, that's crazy. All right, sorry. I guess we can go first for I don't know, Vinham, typical German guy. Did you happen to watch Everton Bournemouth? I don't know. I think I was talking to you during that match.
Yeah, no, I was watching it and I saw the tide start shifting, but thought maybe they were going to get a consolation goal or something along those lines. But then it was one goal, and then it was a couple of attempts, in the corner, but saved or off the post. And then when they scored the third one, I was shocked into silence.
Mhm.
I didn't even know what to say at that point.
We love it.
Although I was thinking the entire time how much I don't like Everton, so I was happy about the result.
Non-biased. We love that. Okay. Moving on to Chelsea Crystal Palace. Mr. Solomon, I don't know if you watched this match. You wanted two bits about this if you want to say anything. I don't know if you're disappointed.
I mean, it wasn't the best display, but I thought the way they played, the style they're playing with, it's kind of cool. Like the counter attack, the playing from the back is. I mean, I would like to win, but in the style they played, I was kind of like, it was amazing. It was enjoyable to watch at least. You know what I mean? It was torturous. Like they missed clear chances after chances, and they were clearly the better team. But I think they were cool. Like we didn't lose at least, and we didn't lose. Like I would have liked to win. They had a good chances to
Oh yeah.
to actually score.
Oh yeah.
They just keep fumbling them, and then like we still need the proper striker that's we are missing still. Like I
Yep.
hope that is that comes in the form of Sancho, which they just loaned with the obligation to buy.
Yep.
And maybe Nkuku can come in into that number 9 role, which I don't. But it was good. It was good. It was good display. I thought it was gonna be like it's gonna take some time, a little bit more time to get like things going, but it seems to be gelling a little bit faster
If
than
our players
expected.
would stop getting injured, that'd be freaking fantastic. With
That'd be great. Like, what is your muscle made out of? Like napkin? Like we need a right back for sure. Like some of the crosses were okay, but
and Cole Palmer
man.
now being recalled from the England side right now, so that's great news.
Yeah, that's and then they boxed him very well. Like we couldn't play through Palmer. Like I think they had a clear game plan with Crystal Palace. They're not that bad, and they sold their best player. I think Eze and Mr. Michael Lisa used to be pretty good, but
Yep.
now it's just Eze, which he's the decisive player. I mean, Chelsea did a pretty good job of like cornering him in, and he
Yeah.
hadn't had a lot of shots, but the one shot that he had, which is kind of like weird that Chelsea they weren't able to clear very effectively, but
Shock.
the one chance that he gets, like that's good of him. I think they have a very good player. I think
Yeah.
the smaller teams do us harm, to be honest, in this competition.
Yeah.
Very bad.
Yep.
We don't know how to really put away games that are
Just trust the process.
essentially parking the bus. Basically, I think that was the style at least. We don't
Yep.
know how to like effectively break down teams and smaller teams, I guess you can call it. Just about, but it was good. It was enjoyable at least. I
Yeah.
didn't like dreadful like for 90 minutes. They were leading for the majority. They were playing pretty good ball from the back. They were involving the goalkeeper. Like, it was enjoyable to watch in terms of style. And then
Definitely better than other matches, especially playing out from the back.
yeah,
It
for
looks
sure,
like
for sure,
they
for sure.
actually made, it worked a couple times, which was I was like, oh,
It did. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah,
Alright.
anyway.
nice. Okay, Emilio and Xander, Liverpool, Manchester United. I don't know which one of you may want to go first. Emilio, we can hear from you first. Just 1 or 2 cents about this. I know you got more than 2 cents, but I don't know.
I mean, this is just week 3 of the Premier League, so it's just trying to get our groove back. That's all I gotta say.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Did you watch the whole 90?
I did
Oh
painfully.
no. I would have switched the TV off after 2-0. Not gonna lie. Lovely. All right, I mean, Xander, Chile. Want to
Thought it
wrap
was
up?
a great game. Like you said, it was a little embarrassing. Mainly that Liverpool didn't get another one closer there at the end, especially right after that third goal. Salah could have had another. I thought the post-game interview with Slot was really great, talking about how he broke down Man United and everything. That really gave me a lot of confidence, and I feel like it kind of like set up a blueprint for other teams about to play United too, and what they can try to do against them.
That's just messed up that Schlot would say that. Oh, God. Lovely. Okay, well, everybody, that was the Premier League. Moving on to the next league, which is indeed the Bundesliga. Pew! Yes, I like the pew pew. All right, next match. Next league is the Bundesliga. We are match day 2. So yes, first place is Heidenheim. Second place is Bayern. Third place is RB Leipzig. Fourth place is Dortmund. Fifth place is Union Berlin. And next one is Bayern Mönchengladbach in 6th place. Down the table, 16th place is Holstein Kiel. 17th place is Bochum. And 18th place is FC St. Pauli. Match day 2, let's get into it. So first match was Union Berlin and FC St. Pauli. 1-0 for Union Berlin. And St. Pauli hasn't been the best, honestly, since the manager left, and can't really blame him. So, yep. Next match is Werder Bremen and Dortmund 0-0. And yes, still shaky stuff from Dortmund, kind of like last season where they're supposed to win some simple games, but no, they can't. And it is what it is. So yes, Dortmund already caught as well. Next match is Holstein Kiel and Wolfsburg 0-2 for Wolfsburg. So a great win for them. Next match, it was Stuttgart and Mainz. A great game if you want to go watch this highlights. It was nice. 3-3. And yeah, tie there. Not really the best for Stuttgart, but good job for Mainz. Next match was Eintracht Frankfurt in Hoffenheim. Did get to watch this match. Great win for Eintracht Frankfurt and comfortable win against Hoffenheim, who's not really doing that well in the league right now. But yeah, great win for Eintracht Frankfurt. And the new signing, Ekatike. Yep, sure. Next match is Bochum and Bayern Mönchengladbach. 0-2 for Bayern Mönchengladbach at away. So yeah, great win for them. Next match, Leverkusen and Leipzig. 2-3 for Leipzig. And we did talk about this match in the breaking news. And yes, Leipzig did take this win and did get 3 goals in the second half and ruin Bayern Leverkusen's run, but still, it's Leverkusen. I don't see them kind of struggling from this defeat, but yeah, it was a good match. Next match, Heidenheim and Augsburg. Heidenheim has something special. Watch out for them right now in the league. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, 4-0 against Augsburg. Battery. Next match is indeed Bayern Munich and Freiburg. Comfortable win. Harry Kane, as usual. Inevitable. 2-0 for Bayern and nothing for Freiburg. So yeah, I guess we could first talk about Eintracht Frankfurt. I watched this game, and yes, great goal from Ekatike, the new signing from Eintracht Frankfurt. And yeah, I mean, I'm happy about it. I'm really happy about Frankfurt. They're building up another squad that's kind of similar to the squad a couple of years ago for what they had in Europa when they won the Europa League. So exciting things. Leverkusen, Leipzig. I mean, it was just Leipzig that overcame what Leverkusen was putting in, and it seems like Leverkusen kind of dropped off. And at the end, Leverkusen kind of looked like they were going to come back to equalize, but I guess someone must have took out the Leverkusen of Leverkusen, but didn't get the luck, and Leipzig won in the end. And then, of course, Wilhelm, if you want to talk about Bayern Munich and the current form right now, I know it's only been 2 matches, but what you got to say about Bayern Munich right now?
There's definitely been some growing pains in the squad in the first 2 matches, especially in terms of defensive liabilities, which are kind of a continuation of what was going on last season, particularly with 2 certain players who shall remain unnamed. But I have to say, I'm a little surprised. I mean, I don't really feel like Kane has fully gotten off the mark yet. The second match, he had a pen. In the first match, he was kind of So it should be interesting to see how well he does and how well Bayern does over this course of the season, because the struggles I've seen in Bundesliga make me concerned for European competition in the upcoming part of the year. So we'll have to see what happens. I don't feel very confident right now. I don't think a lot of Bayern fans do, to be honest. Also, this is kind of a side note, but our transfer market, other than Elise, kind of sucked. Big
Really?
time.
Why?
We didn't really sign much of anything, at least in my opinion. I mean, anything because I mean, we got Paulinho was a good signing because we needed a CDM. Elise was a good signing because Coleman is made of glass. But
He didn't go to Saudi. He stayed.
yeah, but other than that, I mean, I don't feel particularly confident in our decision making abilities in terms of bringing in new players. So I'm curious to see how the season pans out. I'm also curious to see if Davies ends up leaving in the winter transfer window. That should be interesting to follow as well.
Madrid.
Because I don't know if he'll leave this season per se, but I know Davies is going to be gone by next season. I just have a feeling. So
Lovely. It's great to have a Bayern fan to talk good about their team. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, we can move on to now the next league, and that is indeed the La Liga. Sorry, that was a weird. All right, well, indeed about La Liga, and I have to put new music, and I will do as a random sound effect. If I scared anybody at home, I am very sorry. That was just me. But yes, La Liga. First place is indeed Barcelona. Second place is Real Madrid. Third place is Atletico Madrid. Fourth place is Villarreal. And fifth place is Girona. Sixth place is Alaves. So down the table, 18th place is Las Palmas. 19th place is Sevilla. And 20th place is Valencia. Actually, let's get into it. So Barcelona versus Valladolid. 7-0 against Valladolid. Battering Valladolid. Oh my god, that was not nice. Next match, Athletic Club and Atletico Madrid. 0-1 for Atletico Madrid. Great game here, but Atletico Madrid did take it in the end. Espanyol, and Real Vallecano. Don't laugh at me, you little boy. I'm going to spank you. Okay, that was awkward silence. 2-1 for Espanyol. Next match is Leganes and Mallorca. 0-1 for Mallorca. Great win for them away. Valencia and Villarreal. Battle of the V's. 1-1 in a draw right there. And a red card for Villarreal being naughty. Next match, Alaves and Las Palmas. 2-0 for Alaves. And yep, not a win for Las Palmas. Surprise. Next match, Osasuna and Celta Vigo. Great game if you want to go watch some highlights. 3-2 for Osasuna and a red card for Celta Vigo being naughty. Sevilla and Girona. 0-2 for Girona finally getting a win. And great win for them, actually. So, yeah, nice. Next match, Getafe and Real Sociedad, 0-0, a draw right there. The next match is Real Madrid and Real Betis with Kylian Mbappe scoring his first 2 goals for Real Madrid. And yep, 2-0 for Real Madrid. Doing a nice little goal that was assisted by a beautiful assist by Valverde. And yeah, getting another penalty as well too. So surprising from Real Betis, expected better things from them, but still working for them to make the signings glue together. So anybody want to say anything about the La Liga? I did get to watch Real Madrid and Barcelona, but Yamal was doing good. Surprise, and Mbappe scored. So yawning, very yawning.
I mean, for Mbappe especially, I think him being in Real Madrid can do him wonders. Kind of the same as like Gareth Bale, Modric, Cruz, Ronaldo, and all the rest of the 2009 squad.
Yeah,
I think with him, Vinicius, Rodrigo, and
Dagula.
yeah, I think Real Madrid is going to maybe possibly get another win for Champions League.
Really?
I mean, I know it's too early to say, but I think, I'm thinking with the squad they have, I think they could.
Okay, fair shout. I mean, I believe it honestly. So it's kind of boring. Okay, let's move on to the next league, which is indeed Serie. It's a me and the mud. Okay, that's not good to say, but I can press a red button so I can start. That's a metal pipe falling down. If everybody wanted to know. All right.
Okay, can I say something?
Yes, sir.
The hell is that picture?
Oh, yeah, I have a meme picture for each one, and this is Lautaro Martinez photoshopped. Yep, you're
Why
welcome.
does dude look like Megamind?
Because he has a big brain for scoring all the goals. Great man. All right, first place in Serie A is Inter Milano. Second place is Juventus. Third place is Torino. Fourth place is Udinese. Fifth place is Verona. And sixth place is Napoli. Then down the table, 18th place is Bologna. 19th place is Venezia. And 20th place is Como. Not sinking, not swimming. They are drowning in marinara sauce. That's okay. Sorry, I have the giggles. Match day 3, let's get into it. Venezia and Torino, 0-1 for Torino beating Venezia at home. I mean, they're swimming. Next one, Inter Milano and Atalanta. Embarrassing. Oh my god, 4-0 for Inter Milan beating Atalanta. Marcus Thuram going riot as well too. Great player, great times. And yes, Inter Milan top of the league. Surprise. Next match, Bologna and Empoli, 1-1, a draw right there. Next match, Les and Cagliari, 1-0 for Les and a red card for them being naughty but good. Lazio and Milano, 2-2. Great game, but yes, not the best for AC Milano. Next match is Napoli and Parma, 2-1 for Napoli. And yeah, doing good. I think Lukaku scored, so good for him. And a red card for Parma being naughty. Next match is Genoa and Verona, 2-0 for Verona beating Genoa at the home. Next match, Fiorentina and Monza, 2-2. A great game actually here, but yeah, draw. Next match, Udinese and Como, 1-0 for Udinese. Fabregas' side at Como not doing the best. Then Juventus and Roma, the snooze fest kind of 0-0. And yes, yeah, very fun. Anybody want to say anything about the Serie A or just say your favorite dish in Italian? Because I don't really have much besides Inter's doing amazing.
Not really.
That's great. We love that. All right, moving on to the next league, which is indeed the. I have to do it one. That's gonna take too long. There we go. So yes, next one is indeed the Ligue. Ligue. And yes, Emilio, this is Dembele watching you from your sleep right now.
I don't like that.
You should like it. Yep. Okay, first place is of course PSG. Wow. Second place is Marseille, actually doing good. Third place is Nantes. Fourth place is Lens. Fifth place Monaco, and sixth place is Lille. Down the table. 16th place is Montpellier. I cry. 17th place is Angers, and 18th place is Saint Etienne. Third place. Oh, match day 3. Let's get into it. Lyon and Strasbourg, 4-3 for Lyon. And yeah, great game here. If you want to watch some good highlights, this was a great game. We won for Lyon. And Chelsea's second team, Strasbourg. Then next one is Brest and Saint Etienne, 4-0 for Brest. Wow, great job for Brest. Montpellier and Nantes, 1-3 for Nantes. Great win for them. And then next match is Toulouse and Marseille, 3-1 for Marseille. Yes, great job for them as well too. Then Monaco and Lens, 1-1. Yeah, tie, but it was decent. Then Lille and Ayon, 3-1 for Lille and a red card for Ayon being very bad. Then Reims and Rennes, 2-1 for Reims. So yeah, great win for them. Angers and Nice, 1-4 for Nice battering Angers in their home, and a red card for Nice being naughty, but a good naughty. Then the next match and last match, which is actually a decent match, but it is what it is. Lille and PSG, 1-3 of PSG being Lille at their home, and yep, PSG doing great with Désiré Doué, the new signing. So yeah, really not much to say about that, and that is the end of Ligue 1. And random noise. That is very annoying. I am very sorry. We can go to this one. Yes, next one is indeed MLS and Saudi Pro League. First place is Inter Miami. Crazy. Wow. Everybody, Messi is playing it. Emilio, here is Messi looking at you like he wants your Kit Kat ball. He's
No.
very happy. Yes, okay, I understand. And then the next one is indeed Saudi Pro League with Ronaldo, and yes, they are 5th place right now. Not the best, but here's Ronaldo crying in his car because he's going to the airport. We love that. Everybody, if you're seeing on Spotify or YouTube, you can see this screen right now, and see the creepy pictures. All right, well, yes, going on to the next one I actually wanted to bring up, which is indeed the Champions League. And I don't know if you both have heard about the format of the Champions League. Have any of you heard about the format of the Champions League? Mr. Emilio
Not recently.
and Mr. Solomon, have you heard about it?
Yeah, I have, and this it's weird.
What's your
I
thoughts
don't
about it?
understand.
1 and 2. I mean, weird. Yes, that's honestly what I am,
Yeah.
and I'll explain to you guys how it works. Honestly, so it's 36 league table. It's a table, like basically like a normal league, and this is how it's gonna look like at first. So there's a lot. I'll tell you all the teams: is AC Milan, Arsenal, Sevilla. I mean, AC Milan from Italy, Arsenal from England, Sevilla from England, Atalanta from Italy, Atletico Madrid from Spain, Barcelona from Spain, Leverkusen from Germany, Bayern from Germany, Benfica from Portugal, Bologna from Italy, Dortmund from Germany. My throat is gonna go after this. Brest from France, Celtic from Scotland, Club Brugge from Belgium, Dinamo Zagreb from Croatia, Feyenoord from the Netherlands League, Girona from Spain, Inter Milan from Italy, Juventus from Italy, Real from France, Liverpool from England, Man City from England, Monaco from France, PSG from France, PSV from Netherlands, RB Leipzig from Germany, Real Madrid from Spain, Serie from Red Star Belgrade from Serbia, Salzburg from Austria, Shakhtar Donetsk from Turkey, Slovenia, Brastita from, I believe, Slovenia, Sparta Praha. I believe they are from, I don't know Sparta Praha, where they're from actually, sorry. They're Sporting from Lisbon, from Portugal, from Graz, don't know who they're from again. I think Austria. Then Stuttgart from the Germany, and then Young Boys from Switzerland. Yes, my throat is now dead. But yes, let me first explain to you how this is going to go. So I actually have a little video that I can share to talk about it better than I can. So I'm going to hit this button. Nice. All right. Here's a little 1-minute spiel about it.
Champions League, UEFA Europa League, and UEFA Conference League. Taking part in the competitions, though, remains open and based on sporting merit.
Can any of you guys hear that audio?
Yep.
Video?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Lovely.
From next season, the current 32-team group stage will be replaced by a league phase featuring 36 teams in each of UEFA's 3 men's club competitions. Each team will be drawn against 8 different opponents, 2 from each of the 4 seeding pots, playing 4 at home and 4 away. However, in the UEFA Conference League, each team plays only 6 opponents, 1 from each of the 6 seeding pots. Teams that finish in positions 1 to 8 qualify directly for the round of 16. Teams ranked 9 to 24 must face each other in the knockout playoff round to join the top 8 in the round of 16. Teams in positions 25 to 36 are eliminated from all competitions. In the knockout phase, all ties are contested home and away, culminating with a single leg final. In the new league format, every match, every goal, every point and position in the ranking counts. The new system will ensure fast-changing and unpredictable standings, more matches between equally ranked teams competing for crucial points, with fans able to enjoy top clashes right from the first match day. 2024, a thrilling new future for European club football.
They just want money. This is a Super League. Come on, let's be real. Honestly, they just want money from this. Honestly, I mean, I hate to say it. I listened to a couple of other podcasts about this, and yeah, it's alright. It's
And they think this is a good idea.
I mean, if we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm not gonna. It's so confusing at the moment, and I did just explain. I do kind of get it, but I like the groups we have right now already. It's kind of nice. So
yeah. So basically, it's like 2 groups of the best versus 2 groups of the okay. That's what I'm getting at. And how does that factor into who plays who?
Oh, basically like the top teams qualify for like the higher ones. It's kind of like the group stage. You know how like the best team is gonna play like the 2nd place team in the group or the 3rd place team. That's basically it for like the table. So like say, let me go to the table really fast. So say like this is it, and Milan's at the 1st place, and they will possibly play the 1 through 8. They will play 9 through, I believe, 16 or whatever, and say Milan will probably play like a lower team like Club Brugge, Dinamo Zagreb, or Feyenoord. This is if like the points ended right now, so yep, that's how it is. top
Yes.
are gonna place the next one. So it's confusing. I know. I don't like change as well too, and then this is a lot for money, and a lot of players are gonna get injuries from this because it's a lot more matches, so a lot more traveling as well too. So yeah, it is what it is. So yep. We'll get it as long as it comes because I'm still not 100% with it. Yeah, Solomon, you got anything?
So they'll be like playing league, and then they play B League, playing another Champions League table as well at the same time. Like, imagine that. That's gonna be. You do need a bigger team than for the Champions League, and then on your domestic league,
Yep.
because you're going to be competing week like 2 games, 3 games a week. Sometimes during the crunch time and Christmas and stuff, you'll be playing 5, 6 games then in
Ah,
a span of a week, because you do have to you do have 3 games already, so you will be playing on, especially during the boxing week or boxing, yeah, yeah, boxing week,
Boxing
is that
Day.
what they call it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll be playing like on Monday, and then no, on Saturday, or during the weekend, and then you'll be playing one on Wednesday or Thursday, or depending.
Oh
And
yes,
then
I
you'll
know.
keep playing. So that's gonna be a lot.
And
I
did you
mean,
know for the Champions League now it's gonna be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So Europa League will not only be Thursday now, it's gonna be Champions League as well too on Thursday. So yeah.
they're all gonna be overlap now.
Yes, sir.
So if my Chelsea's in the Conference League already, but so if you're Man United, you're playing Thursday, and then you're coming back on your domestic league, and you're playing either Wednesday or Saturday or Sunday that I can think of.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a lot of
Bas-
injuries.
Yeah, from what I'm hearing, it sounds accurate.
Injuries.
Yeah.
That's all I really got to say about it. Injuries. That's all. All right. Well, that was the Champions League, and yeah, we will see how that works out because it's a whole mess. All right, moving on to something more lightly, and I can press this button. Oh no. Oh. No, no, no. Sorry. Didn't want to press that. All right. Moving on to this one. So we can move on to football memes of the week. More lightly topic. Raffles Bantas. And yes, this is our mascot for football memes of the Mr. Anthony, Mr. Aura himself. He is the one that knocks. He is the Poseidon, the chosen one. All right, first meme is indeed about Manchester United. I had to do it for you, Mr. Emilio.
Oh boy.
So yes, Alejandro Garnacho this season so far, but someone made a meme edit about him not doing much, and then he tweeted back saying, "Wasting your time making clips for me. Your life so far." Laughing emoji, by emoji. And then the guy tweeted back that made the video says, "Focus on your first touch and dribbling, you bum. If you weren't so bad, I wouldn't have posted footage. I wouldn't have any footage to post." Oh my god.
Jesus.
Garnacho. That's why you don't ever try to argue with someone on Twitter. That's All right, next one is indeed about Mr. Haaland on the other side of Manchester. So yes, Haaland of course got another hat-trick ball for the second week in a row, and his teammates were kind of tired of it, and they wrote on his match ball, because usually the teammates write on the match ball saying, there's one comment saying on his match ball, "I'm sick of writing on these match balls." The other one said, "F off." Lovely. That's his teammates just saying he's too good. All right, there's Mr. Anthony being amazing. Last meme is indeed about Mr. Hansi Flick, who speaks 3 languages: German, English, and revenge. This is what a Barcelona person tweeted, by the way. Pray for Bayern. And then someone from Bayern's Twitter said, "Revenge? Question mark. He was the one that beat you 8-2." Putting Barcelona fans in the paces. We love that. All right, on to the last segment of the show, which is indeed a great thing, which we... Oh, quack. Love that. Which is indeed a great thing indeed about the football... the Golden Goal Show football quiz. So we will have 5 questions, and this will go by fast. And let me first do... Oh, I'm supposed to do the music. Damn it. Sorry. Every time I do this damn stuff, I always forget to do it. Yeah, copyright.
Hi, everyone and everybody to the Golden Goal Show football quiz. Aye, Suey. The guests will answer a series of football-related questions to test their Alpha, Beta, Sigma knowledge in football. So whoever has the most correct questions answered by the end of the quiz wins an all-inclusive tropical cruise with Big Benzema. Oh no. JKLOL Stinky, you get a crisp high five. Good luck, lads.
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
Oh my.
I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Yes. Do you guys get the rules and do you get your prize? You get a stick with Benzema. That's
Sure.
okay. Lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is going to be about the 2006 World Cup. So we go quick and yeah. Are you both ready for this little psychedelic time to be alive? I don't know what the hell that was, but yes, great. Lovely. Okay.
HSC for all the answers.
Okay, got it, Dimitri. We love that. All right. First question. It is indeed about this is about the 2006 World Cup. And yeah, first question. Who was the top goal scorer for the 2006 finals? Was it Thierry Henry, Ronaldo, Lucas Podolski, or Miroslav Klose? The top goal scorer for the 2006 World Cup. You have 10 seconds.
I
Henry,
would think Ronaldo.
Ronaldo,
Yeah.
Podolski, Klose. What you say?
I'm thinking Ronaldo.
You saying Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the correct answer is indeed Mr. Solomon.
Wait, say the option.
Oh, the options: Henry, Ronaldo, Podolski, Klose, the top goal scorer for 2006 World Cup final.
Close. I don't think Henry was close.
You didn't close?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
No.
I'm sorry to say, Mr. Dimitri, it is indeed not Podolski. So you are Podolski, my Podolski, to my Podolski, to my. That's too much waffle. Emilio, you actually got it. Correct. Wait, I'm sorry. But yes, Mr. Sullivan, it is correct. Miroslav Klose. I'm so proud of you. That was auto-tune. Sorry. All right.
Cool.
Next question number 2. Italy won the World Cup 5-3 on penalties. Who missed the only penalty in the shootout? Was it Sven Viltord, David Trezeguet, Eric Abidal, or was it Thierry Henry? You have 10 seconds. Viltord, Trezeguet, Abidal, or Henry?
Henry.
Solomon? I know it's hard. Is it Viltord, Trezeguet, Abidal, or was it Mr. himself that likes Kate Abdu? Henry. Dimitri, I hate to say it, but you got it wrong, mate. So yeah, I'm gonna post it. It is not C. And Mr. Emilio, you are actually
High five.
correct. But Solomon, whoever he is, the correct answer is indeed Mr. Oh, that's the wrong button. Sorry. It is again. So yes, it is nice. That was too high for my liking. All right, number 3. Zinedine Zidane was sent off.
Serious?
What?
Oh, why? I got it right. Okay. Go on. Go,
You didn't even answer.
I did. I said Osgold or whatever the number G was it?
What?
What was the options? I think it was D was the.
Was Virtul, Trezeguet, Abidal, or Henry?
Yeah. Avadol.
You're muted the whole time if you're talking.
Oh, I'm talking right now. No? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, but for the whole time before, I didn't hear you.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was Avadol. Who was that? What was the correct answer then?
It was David Trezeguet,
Oh,
the
Trezeguet.
guy that missed the penalty for, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, number 3. Zinedine Zidane was sent off during the final as he bowed out of international football. How many caps did he win for France in the total? Was it 72, 98, 108 or 103? You have 10 seconds. 72, 98,
103.
or 113.
113.
Okay.
103.
103. Wait, what?
You said 103. 103 was on the options.
It's 72, 98, 108, and 113.
Oh, 108 then.
Okay. Well, the correct answer is indeed Mr. Emilio. I am so proud of you. You know what that means?
What?
Sorry. The correct answer is indeed Mr. Agent Dimitri got it correct, which means Mr. Solomon got it correct. It is 108. So 2-1 to 0. Emilio, if a ghost beats you in this show right now, I don't know what I'll do. I will probably dance like a little tap dancing queen. All right, number 4. How many goals were scored in the tournament of all 2006 World Cup? Was it 112, 123, 133, or 147? You have 10 seconds. 112, 123, 133, or 147?
133?
Oh, okay. Mr. Solomon?
40. Can you not hear me? 147?
Okay. You got it incorrect. Sorry, mate. Where's the button? But Emilio, you got it correct. How do you feel?
I just hardly remember by a by a hair.
You know what that sound means?
What?
I was kidding. Solomon. Oh, sorry. There we go. Yeah. Emilio. Oh my God. I'm trying to help you out. This show isn't helping you the best with your mental health, but it is what it is.
Why did we do this?
The correct answer was 147. So yes, it is 3-1 to 1-0. Last question of the game. This is worth 1 billion points. Oh my God. Which Croatian player was sent off after receiving 3 yellow cards from Graham Hall? Josip Sumasic. I'm just going to say the last names. Sumasic, Šna, Olic, or Luka Modric. You have 10 seconds out of tune. Was it Sumasic, Šna, Olic, Modric? Olic? Okay.
I'm taking a shot in the dark. I'm just gonna say number 2.
All right. Don't you mean number 1?
Sure. Let's go number 1.
Well, number 1 is the incorrect answer in anyways, but yeah. Both of you got it incorrect. Oh my God, no, sorry. I don't know what I was pressing, but yeah. Actually, you know what? We'll do one more question because I am a nice person. Which Portugal player scored the winning penalty to knock out England of the quarterfinals? Was it Ricardo Carvalho, Cristiano Ronaldo, Deco, or Schmau? You have 10. I mean, you can answer this, whatever. Which Portuguese player scored the winning penalty to knock out England in the quarterfinals? Ricardo Carvalho, Cristiano Ronaldo, Deco, or Schmau?
Ronaldo.
Okay. Backing your United man. And you're saying Schmau, Mr. Solomon?
Oh, yeah. I was just saying that to me, but give me a second. Wait, Schmau? What was the option? Ronaldo for sure.
Carvalho,
Gotta-
Ronaldo, Deco, or Schmau?
Schmau.
Schmau. It's like how Gary sounds in SpongeBob. Meow.
Schmau.
Meow.
Okay. I'm gonna say Schmau. I've never heard of this guy, but
All right. Schmau. I'm pretty sure that's not how you say his name. It's probably like Schmau or I don't know. All right. Well, the correct answer is indeed I have a perfect button for this. If I could press it, that'd be fantastic. Yeah. Yes, it is indeed Mr. Cristiano Ronaldo, and I'm trying to find the speed thing, but you know what? It's fine. We'll just do this.
Suey, baby! Oh my goodness, bro.
Yes, you know what that means actually. That's crazy that it actually I'm about to cry because you know what that means. And I'm definitely guys, listen to me. I'm not wasting time. But yes, Solomon, you have won the Golden Goal Show football quiz for season 5, episode 4. How do you feel Ah,
Thank Paul is not here today, man.
I know, right? Right now, actually, Paul's in Amsterdam, getting litty in a nightclub. So yeah, good for him. And we can do this.
So if I have a lot to prove, imagine the others.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? I'm about to make a name for.
All right, that's enough of that. All right, well, everybody.
That is a lot.
I know, sorry, that was a fever dream. But yes, everybody, thank you so much for coming on to the show and listening to the show, because that is what listening does to you. I'm not going to sing a song. This isn't Cats the Musical. But everybody, thank you so much for joining, watching on Apple Music, Spotify, and on YouTube. Everybody, thank you so much. I said thank you so many times because I'm so thankful. It's almost Thanksgiving. Mr. Emilio, thank you for joining the show and getting, bullied as usual. I'm sorry much as it's not my fault.
Yeah, I know it's good to be back, and we'll get back on our feet. I promise we will.
You can only hope so. Not on your ears, like Dimitri says. Also, Mr. Solomon, thank you for joining us. Well, too. Chelsea's doing better, so happier.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, love it. But everybody, thank you so much. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, because without sharing it, it is nasty and nasty. And Dimitri, do you have one word to say about your introduction videos?
Yeah, I do. Next time we play that quiz, I choose all the answers that Solomon chooses.
I believe you. Everybody, thank you for watching the show. And as we say in 3, 2, 1,
Love football.
football. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.
Toodles!